Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for watching all my other videos recently, and thank you for your comments. I've had a couple here and there, a lot of DMs, so appreciate your DMs and your messages. I will take those into consideration, and the video I'm about to do now is one of the messages I had a couple of days ago actually. So this video is going to be about me showing you how to find a product and then how to put it onto a store. So this is how I kind of began at the start. So I started the website. I did it in reverse actually. So I started the website and then didn't know what to put onto it. So I'm going to show you on Alibaba a product I've selected, and then I'm going to show you a few pictures and what items you could sell, and then I'm going to go onto the website and build a website with you guys in a very basic format and show you how that kind of system works. So you find the product. I'm going to miss out all the main parts, so I'm not going to speak to the supplier, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to find a product. I'll show you some bits on Alibaba where I find them, and then I'm going to put it onto the website. So I'm going to build a website from scratch, only in basic form, so I'm only going to go through maybe the first 20% of it anyway. It just gives you guys a little bit of a kickstart of, okay, so that's how I do it. So I need to go and find a product, and then you can take some of the pictures, by the way, of Alibaba or any website you find products to buy. I always recommend trying to get them as samples and then taking your own photos, because sometimes it's a bit more, it's better to get raw images, and then it makes it look a bit more real. So everyone has their opinion. So I have in the past used pictures from Alibaba. I've even asked the supplier to take their own personal photos of the item I'm buying. They send them to me, I can put them on my website. It cuts out the middleman, that you don't have to wait for stuff to get here, then you can start your store, so you can just get it up and running. So yeah, today is only about me showing you the products and building the store after you've kind of found the products and putting them on there. And it also helps you guys understand how, if you're not going to use Shopify or Etsy at the start, I'm going to use a website called Wix. Most people, you may have heard of it. If not, it's a very good site. In terms of being simple, it's not the best word to use. I always just say go and learn, make 5 or 6 websites, just train yourself how to use it. It can be complicated in some areas, especially when you start to market it, go into several factors like putting a domain on there. We're going to use the free Wix today. If you want to start selling on there, you will need to sign up on the main platform, which will cost, which I will show you anyway. But let's get started. So let's go straight to Alibaba Products. So I went through some of the top ranking products, and I eventually found myself to these. So we're going to focus the store today on gaming products. It doesn't mean I'm going to be on PlayStation or Xbox games. I'm going to focus on more external products, attachments, some little funky bits, like you've got this thing a little here, like the Game Over toy here, any collectible bits. So remember, I put a video out recently about communities, and the gaming community is huge. It is massive. So I'm giving you guys a little kickstart into kind of a secret kind of community, you can always call it, of what products you could potentially sell into that community. Like I said, I'm going to keep this very brief and very simple. It's really a Kickstarter guide to get you guys to understand, or get you in that mental rhythm of where to find the products and then where to sell them, on what platform, and how to build that platform. So like I said, you can build a platform on Etsy, which is kind of made for you, but Etsy's more for handmade products. You can use Shopify, which I built my career over. It's a bit more complicated, but it's a next step up for you guys. But Wix is a very good starting kind of area, because it gets you in that frame of building a website, because it's good skills, and how to use a website. For one thing, it's vital you know that, because you need to know your customers, you need to know who's returning, who's buying, and so on. That'll be in a later video of how to go into more in-depth stuff into a website. But for now, let's just go on the products and then let's get onto the website. So, like I said, we're going to focus on gaming attachments and gaming products today. So there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on Alibaba. It's just unlimited of games or of gaming products. So you don't have to. I'm going to be like very simple on this. You can be quite specific. You can just stay. Let's say you could just stay with controllers, for instance. This here, you might want some skins. These are skins that go on Xbox controllers. You can probably get them for PlayStation as well, or you can look for docking stations for the consoles, charging stations. When you start going into those kind of areas, just always get samples because you want to make sure the quality's good, there's no fire risks, etc. Just make sure the manufacturer's build quality's good and any return policies. Anyway, again, just make sure when you go and buy them, you know what you're looking for. Well, you kind of know what you're looking for, especially if you're new. So I'm going to kind of focus just on anything on gaming right now, just to show you the idea of how to do things. So a good start is just go on to this one. Okay, so the good thing about this one, I've pressed on, it's a verified supplier. So it's a genuine supplier. They've clearly made a lot of sales here and there. So some places have their own kind of rules. You can minimum order as one piece. Some places might be 50. So just keep an eye out when you come to that. But yeah, as you can see at the bottom here, I keep putting my finger up the screen. You can't see it, but I can. So I'm going to use the mouse more. So there's lots of different skins. So I'm going to actually focus on skins. Actually, here you go. Focus on skins. So this is the brain working. So you look for a product. You haven't quite worked out what kind of product yet, but you know what community you want for. And eventually it's taken me to something I quite like, and is skins for controllers. And I can also see skins for consoles as well. So I'm probably going to use them as a secondary tab on my website. So, and the pictures are pretty good, to be fair. Like I said, you can pinch all these because they've got all sorts of colours. So, and I will probably steal these other ones in a minute. So let's open up another tab, and again, it comes up with all the army ones. So let's just base it off those for a few minutes. So let's now go to the, by the way, so now on Alibaba, I'm hoping that obviously is a good start. So I kept it brief, search a product, find the product that you either have in mind or don't, but just have a look around, and then make sure you find kind of the product. And also, we'll go into this in a minute, but keep an eye on the price. So sample prices, what the prices are. Obviously, if you buy one to just under 200 pieces, it's going to cost you 0.7906p. So you know how much you could sell these for profit wise. Obviously, Wix has its own fees. You pay a monthly figure for it. So you would have to go through that first before you can work out how much you're going to charge for the skins. So, and also it's good to look online of like different skin, any other websites that sell the skins, so you know kind of what your competition is. I've seen some websites that sell them anything between $3.99 all the way up to $15.99. I have seen a couple of skin websites actually selling them for nearly £30, which is fair enough. Which is, if they're selling, that's good. But you just got to be a little bit careful. You either want to be a little bit under your competition on top of it, but if you're good at marketing, you can kind of beat them. Or you can be brave and go well over that and sell for more, as long as the quality's good. That's super important. No one's going to buy it if the quality's not good. And obviously timing on terms of shipping. So I'm not basing this website on drop shipping. I'm pretending I have the stock with me on this occasion, and then I can send out the next day. If it's in the UK, next day delivery. If it's abroad, it can vary. You can drop ship. There'll be another video I'll do one day on that, about buying. So you can attach Alibaba. You have to sign up for a drop shipping account to your website, and when you get a sale, the manufacturer will see it and then post that to the customer. So it's a very clever and more simplified way of doing things. It means you don't have to put much cash up front. Whereas the idea I'm working on is I've bought a load of stock with physical cash. I have it physically here, and then I will package it, send it out. So again, I'm working on someone that's very new to this, very simple. It's good to be hands-on at your own manufacturer to start with. personally, that's how I learned, and I could tell anyone now how to make a website, sell a product, the problems that will occur along the way, in 2 minutes. So let's just go back to this. I'll stop baffling. Okay, so let's go to the website. So like I said, I've made an account already. Once you make an account, it brings you to this page. So all you need to do is put your email in, a password, and that's it for now. And it'll bring you to this page. So it will give you a few options. So is it a portfolio? Is it a blog? Are you a consultant trying to sell consultancy work? Or in our case, an online store. You can search. You can put anything in there. You can put a dog walker, for instance, and you want to sell dog walking walks to new clients. So you can search depending on your store. But for my video and for the people watching that are trying to open a store, we're going to work on an online store. So you can also choose, as well, as you probably just saw there, I went too quick. It will give you like jewelry stores. It will give you some options. So for now, let's just keep it simple. Let's just do recommendation. Let's just keep all that simple for now. We can skip all those. These, by the way, you can add these in when you go onto your website, so you can integrate like Instagram feeds, videos, music, online programs, etc. But for now, we're just going to keep it very simple and go all the way to the start. So, have you created a website before? If you're new to this is my first time. I'm going to put a creative view because it's going to jump a few steps. So I'm going to put a creative view before. So there's two ways of using Wix. You've got Wix AI or ADI create your website for you. So you will put in, it will come up with different questions. Let's give you an example. What colours do you like, and what colours would your website look to you in your mind? And you could put blue, green, yellow. At the end of all questions, the AI system will build your website to the preferences you kind of told it. It doesn't always work personally. I've done it a couple of times and then I've had to redo the whole thing. So for the beginners, I would maybe stay away from the ADI. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a very good thing. If you're making a very simple, quick website, that is the way to go. But for now, we're going to swing over to the templates because this is where we want to be. Okay, so templates. This is the exciting part. So it gives you already made websites, which are good because you can then alter yourself, but you get an idea what they look like, and you can also view them before you simply make them. So let's look at there's so many, by the way. It also gives you so many up here. It's impossible not to find the right one, and it already has some that might be like user friendly for yourself. So you've got, for instance, if you see this one here, I'll just go off it, but you can see where the bread is. You can quite easily put a game console background there with the skins, and then you've got the shopping cart, the best deals at the bottom. So you can add all your products in there. It's kind of already done for you. You just need to change the pictures and stuff. So it's time consuming. It could take you a couple of days to build. Could take you a couple of weeks. Doesn't matter. Take as long as you like. But let's have a look what we got on here. So let's go to, by the way, they always change. So I can make loads of websites and everything always changes. Because Wix has an algorithm where it doesn't like using too many at once, or giving too many to too many people. So that's why I'm just looking. Okay, let's look at this hat one. Looks quite good. Let's just view it. So you can view it and see a demo, and it will go down them. So it's quite cool. It's not one I would probably use because it probably looks good for the hats. But for the consoles, I'm looking for more of a specific or certain page. I think the first one, for page 1, I saw, we're going to use the bread one because I think that will work quite well. So let's edit. Okay, so it will load now. Depends on your computer speed. Ideally, if you're going to make a Wix store, have a half decent-ish computer. Try not to have anything that's got anything really lower than. You can use some. You don't have to have i3 if you know your chips. Your computers, i3, i5, and i7s and onwards. Are very high speed computers. Anything underneath tends to be a bit slower. So I found that anyway. But yeah, it will frustrate you if it's like you click on something and it takes 5 minutes to load. It's an absolute. When I first started, I had a shitty language there, but I had a crappy laptop, and God, it took forever to load. So here we go. So you'll come to this main page. It will look like diddly do to the beginner, because it is kind of like scary. You don't want to press the wrong thing and it all goes wrong. That will happen. Luckily, if you go to the top here, you have an undo button. It comes in handy a lot. So you'll be looking, checking, making sure it's the right thing, not liking it, deleting it, etc., etc. So don't worry about that. So this website, obviously, it's already made by Wix as a template. It's pretty good, to be fair. It's not great. It's a bit over the top in some areas. Wouldn't make me really want to buy much, because it's just like 2 strawberries there. Just looks a bit rubbishy anyway. It's a template, isn't it? It's not built to be made straight out. So, and the good thing is, like, you've got search bars and all sorts, and obviously you can link your website and your logo to it as well. So, for instance, it's called Clovers. So let's quickly go and have a look at the side panel. Okay, so let's go through these. We're not going to go through all of them, because the video would be on here for like 2 days. I always do add-ons to these videos anyway, and if any of you guys are interested and need some more help, you can always just comment or DM me. So let's just go on. So you've got menus and pages. So these menus and pages are for your main shop. So you can see here, this website already has all of them made. Again, this is a complicated stage. Just make sure you look at some videos online, or contact me, or find someone that maybe knows have done this before, can help you a little bit. But these are like tags on top of the main source tag, I call them. So in food section, under the food, so I'll show you this second bit in a minute. But yeah, so they've put in all the foods in that section, and then you've got beverages, household, personal care, etc., etc. So we can change this. So what I would do is, before we do that, let's come off that. And if you want to view your website in real life, what you can do is go to where is it in this? It's changed on this home. So you've got that there as well. There's 2 bars. I would probably recommend just sticking with that 1 bar for now. So what you can do up here, you've got publish, preview, and save. Always save your work every time you add something to it, because if like your computer crashes or something, you will lose your work. It doesn't auto save, so always save it. You can save it by publishing as well. When you publish it, it means it goes live if you've set it up to go live. But for now, let's just go on preview. So what preview will do, it should do, there you go. Okay, so it will then it will show the website live to you, not online to the world. It will just show it to you, so what it would look like to other people. And this is how it all works. So you can view down, you can even press things, add stuff to carts. So what I wanted to show you is, if you go to food, you know when I showed you at the side a minute ago all the tabs? Well, this is what happens when you add the tabs. So it will show you the vegetables all the way down, and then you can simply click on them and it will go to another page. So, and this page obviously is vegetables, so you've got carrots and etc., etc. And then you could go to add to cart. If you put a cart, well, you will need a cart, by the way, which again you will need in the premium plan for people to go on and purchase things. So you can view your cart, or you can go back and continue shopping. So let's just go back to the main page. I believe it's because clicking that, because they've put it like that. Yeah. You can have your own home button, by the way, which I do prefer, because I don't like pressing the logo to the main home page, because it can be a bit confusing sometimes. But anyway, so yeah, that's how kind of the website will work when you've completed it. So let's just go back to editor. Hopefully you guys are understanding this. I'm taking this as slow but as simple as I can. When I'm the other end, it's a little bit difficult when I am to show you someone. It's easier if they're like next to me, if I'm on Zoom with someone, show them how to do it. So right, so anyway, so let's just do a little change. So again, I'm just going to keep this brief and simple. Let's get rid of this. Let's go. So yeah, when you want to change a product, you click on them simply, and you can see manage product or settings. So let's just click on manage product. And once it loads, So I'm on an i7 Mac as well, by the way, a new one, and it's still slow. But yeah, you'll find there's a Wix sometimes, it can be slow. It's not always your computer. But strange enough, when you upgrade as well, I think this is something they do on purpose. When you upgrade, it tends to be faster. That's Wix for you, all the world. So, as you can see here, you can see all the items in management, and this is how you can change them. And it also tells you up here, the little box, when you're new to this. So let's just go, you can view it, by the way, you can hide it however you want to do it. You can duplicate it, and you can even delete it if you've put too many in or you don't like them. So let's just click on one. This is the olive oil, and here's the pictures. So you can edit the pictures. As you can see on here, what I'm going to do for now is probably going to need some free pictures. So if, for instance, you were going to use the pictures from Alibaba, I always say before you get the website going, download all the pictures, make sure you copy them however you want to do it, make sure you've got a separate file on your computer, and have all your images in. This will make your life so much easier, by the way. So have different files for each product. So for Xbox skins, so make sure you've got one file that says website for full website, and then in that file you've got Xbox skins and you've got PlayStation skins, etc. It's a nightmare when you have them everywhere and then you keep clicking. If you go back to Wix, you keep clicking upload media and it brings up all sorts of different links and your main documents, and you can't quite see the photo because obviously it brings up quite small. And if you've got 3 or 4 skins that look similar and you press the wrong one, you've got to go on it. It's an absolute faff. So you'll know what file to go to if you have it organised, and it just makes you feel better. Makes me feel better anyway. So yeah. So what you can do is for the time being, I'm just going to go on to here, and to Wix give you some free bits. If you sign up to Shutterstock, which is really good, it does cost though. Depending on what you want to do, it will cost. You can get pretty much any super really high quality images. So they will do the game console stuff, but again you have to pay for them. So let's just stick with a free one for now. Let's just put in game. Let's just put in games because it might bring up more bits. So here we go. So again with Wix you're only going to get basic stuff. So let's just take on a controller because it just looks kind of like what we're doing. And there you go. Depending on the image, sometimes you can crop it to go in the middle of the page, but it should do it anyway. So once you put the photo on, again, basic info is really simple on Wix. You can just let's put in game control, and then I'm going to put, I was going to put game control white, but for now we don't need to. This is the description, so you can just put anything in there. You can just talk about the item. This is a white control for just marketing purposes, just keep it simple. But yeah, in there you just put about what the item is, just keep it brief though, but what the item is, if it's silicone, metal, or anything. It doesn't have to be games, but if whatever is garden products, etc. And then you can go down to here and change all your, again, product info, your returns policies, super important, get those right if you can. Your shipping info, make sure that's again all done, and then your pricing. So I know when I looked at these controls earlier, so if I was going to buy one, I'm going to round it up and say 10p, and then add fees on. I'm going to round it up again just in my head because I know already. I'm going to put another £1 on for the fees, for the merchant fees, and then I'm going to put on taxes as well. So I'm going to say all in all, that product's going to cost me, I don't know, £1. Let's say £1.80, maybe up to £2. I might be completely wrong there in those certain things. So if let's say £2. So if I know that product's going to cost me £2 all in with everything included, I know then, let's go back to the site, what I can sell my product at. So that's good because £2, and then if I sell it for $4.99, I'm £3 in profit. I could be I could be generous and I could charge £3.59 and not make much profit. I might make, I'll make 59p. I don't wake up for that, I don't wake up for 59p. No, you probably don't either. So again, look at your competition. So let's just do $9.99. So that's a good profit margin. Goods here you can put in as well. So it's going to cost me £2, and it will tell you So obviously you can put it on sale, show price per unit. Again, you can put all these bits in here, but for now to keep it simple. So yeah, £2 and the profit's £7.99. So the margin is 79.98%, which is, by the way, very good. If you've got a product selling anything between 30 and 40%, especially on Amazon, it's considered good. Anything over 50 or 60% is like insanely good, and up to 80 is nuts good. Just to give you an idea, some of my products I sell, I'm close to nearly 85-90%. So you can imagine the product margins I'm hitting, but it's taking me time to get to that. But to get 79%, so I'm probably being a bit generous on this. Let's say I'm going to put this out for £5. It's going to cost me. So now we're kind of talking 50% is still good. Again, it depends on the merchant you use. Obviously, you've got to factor in if you're going to charge the customer free postage, and also you've got manufacturers' charges to post as well. You may get custom taxes, so just check that. So I'm going to be really horrible and put it at £8, and then my profit's £1.99. So you can see a 20% there, which is not great. So you might want to sell this at £12.99. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way, to get you guys. Some of you probably that look at this video now are going, "Oh my god, numbers," but I understand. So you may start to understand what I was just doing then. I did that on purpose. So you can see I was adding some numbers up. I was looking at the profit margins, and it's so much easier when a website or something tells you the margin as well as the profit, because on a calculator, which I used 500 times a day, it can become a little bit like you start seeing just dots on dots once you look at too many numbers. So a 38%, let's just say 35% profit margin is good. I would say it's pretty good. You're going to make a bit of money. If this is just on one product, so if you were selling 5, 10, 50 products, you then start to see the stacks of cash with your profits mount up. That's when you start to see some big income. You could make loads of. I make loads of money off 1 or 2 products easy. Like it's just how I do things. That's how I've learned. But if you like selling tens of products, you can see where the profit's going to kick in. So that's that. So once that's all done, let's just go back to, there are other things, but let's just keep that simple. Let's press save, and I'm hoping in a second this does what I want it to do, because we're not connected to a payment method, as it will tell you at the top, which is fine because we don't need to add one yet because we've not paid for the services. So let's cut off this. Actually, make sure it's all saved. Sometimes you just need to check for save buttons because Wix doesn't like to save things. So it should change the photo. I say it should. You'll get this sometimes. Wix doesn't always like doing it. So because we're on a non-premium site, it doesn't always let you do it. You need to make sure it's better just to sign up to the premium and get everything on there. So I'm just going to just check that again and see why I didn't do that. It might be locked. Because we don't need to do the payment thing because it doesn't need it. So it is there. It will load. Sometimes it can take 2 or 3 refreshes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to refresh. I'm going to preview the page and then refresh it and just see if it comes up. But it will come up as you do it. So let's just save that, comment that. If it doesn't do it straight away, it will do eventually. Or like I said, you need to get a premium. Their rules and regulations always change and update, so you just need to just keep checking on those. But like I said, I would just go and sign up to premium. Then you've got all the options. You can do anything you want then, and it just keeps life a little bit more simple. So again, it might still be locked because I've done preview, but it hasn't shown preview. So yeah, still showing. It's because I'm not a premium. So you can edit off premium on certain aspects. I probably need to press a few more bits in there. But you got the idea how to change the photo. It still says not preview for me, even though I press preview. Thank you very much, Wix, for your help. So yeah, let's go back to editor. So that's how you change a product photo, and that will go for all the other photos. So again, I'm not going to go into too much length because the video is getting quite long now. But when you start to go to other things like theme managers, you can look at different colors and you can change your themes. Backgrounds, you can change the backgrounds on your website. You don't have to have it as that kind of red background. Add apps. This is where it will come into premium again. So you can do all sorts, like you can collect your leads, sell online. Also, you need to have your merchants, your payment methods. You can do your bookings if you're doing like dog walking, etc. Everything. You've got all sorts. You can get more traffic by having marketing tools on Wix. The list is endless. I could be on this for like 2 weeks showing you guys how to do it. Again, this is why I teach and coach people, because there's so many people come up to me and go, I don't have a clue how to build a website. I don't know how to sell this on a website. Sometimes, I had a coach. I had to go to him. I still do on several occasions if I need a tip here and there. So if you try and start on your own. If you can't, you just need to consider a little bit of help. Wix it may look difficult, but it is actually a lot easier than you think. So again, I've kept it super brief. I won't go into the whole building aspect of the website. I gave you an idea how to edit the photos. It still bugs me that it's not showing, but there is obviously a reason for it. But like I said, when you go onto it, it still shows on there. It's just probably just an error. I need to refresh the actual page or log in and log out. But you can still see it still shows there. Again, how to add payment methods. What we're going to do quickly now, before I end the video, is this is the upgrade here. So you can compare plans. So if I just press upgrade now, and it should come up with the upgrade button. Let's just press upgrade on there. It should come up with the plans. I know Wix last week changed a few things, so I know they made some discounts as well. So sometimes Wix does come with discounts, which is good. Right, so you've got different ones here. I will just have a read of both. Personally, if you could do $17.99 a month with Business Unlimited, I think you would probably need to, because if you go on to Basic, they've changed it a little bit, and you can't have everything. So in terms of currencies, you can't have those, whereas you can have Business. Business gives you kind of everything, apart from customized reports, which don't really need at the start personally. I've never actually used them. I think I used Wix twice for businesses. I no longer need to now because I use other stores, but I just kept it with the Business Unlimited. Sometimes it's $29.99 a month, so at the moment it's discount because obviously Christmas is coming up and I know a lot of people want to sell online. So, and you get 35 gigabyte of storage, which is loads, by the way. You'll probably never run out. 10 hours of videos. Again, just look for everything on here. And up to 250 products. And you can have like different how many reviews and stuff. And then 100 transactions a month. If you're doing 100 transactions a month, it's a very good thing, by the way. You would probably need to upgrade to get obviously some more to the higher plan. I always call Wix first. I just call them first and say, look, I'm doing 160 or 250 a month, or I'm even doing 1,000 a month. Just call them, and they will probably do an upgrade for you in a certain plan, because they kind of work out your monthly income from it, and figure it out from there. But if you're doing 100 transactions a month, I would probably swing over to a new site like Shopify or something and start selling there. Doing that might become problems because you'll lose your customers sometimes and they don't know where to go. So just judge it yourself. So yeah, these are the website. This is the business plans and these are the website plans. So if you are going to just be doing things on a more simple basis, I would probably maybe stick with this to start with. You can do the unlimited plan, which is £10 a month, just under £10, 10 gigabytes. It gives you mainly all the basic stuff. So you could start off on that. That's more for entrepreneurs and freelancers. Whereas business, you kind of have to do it if you're taking online payments. If you're not taking online payments and you've got other merchants behind the scenes, or PayPal, it's probably easier just to go with business because it's all done on there. Whereas if you sell something and someone has to come off the merchant to another website and buy from you on a different merchant, it's very confusing. So I would keep it just all on one platform. So people buy from you. You can put PayPal on there. You can have Master, credit card, debit card, however you want to call it, or however you want to use it, all on one system. And it's all tailored to you as well. So you can have it tailored to the business essentially. So yeah, that is the Wix side of things. Again, keep it simple. You just play around with the website. Just start, building things here and there. You can also make it mobile friendly as well. So I won't go into that too much. But if you click on the mobile little link here, a little tag there, there you go, and you can build it to, you can skip the video here, but you can build it to the phone, because a lot of people on handheld devices. So that will look different when you build it as well. So just, it kind of does it for you, but you may need to tweak a few things. So yeah, it's a good tool to use. As in, if you're using maybe mobile phones, if the item's phone friendly, it probably will work. Some websites don't really work on phones, so just make sure it's phone friendly. So you get, because more people, actually, strange enough, statistics show more people on their tablets and phones than on our computers now. Because we don't walk around with MacBooks or computers in our hands all day. It's more phones. So always try and have it phone friendly. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. That was a 30-minute video. I hope it helps a little bit. Again, if you need me, just give me a comment, give me a DM, and I'll help you guys a little bit more through your process of the website. I will see you in the next video, guys.